Hello children, hope you all are safe and healthy at home and taking very good care of yourself. Today, I welcome you all again to the next math online session where we are going to move ahead with the same chapter addition, in which now we are going to deal with statement sums. Now before I start statement sums, here you can see on the board I have written two questions from exercise 2C. I will be explaining you these two questions and then we are going to move ahead with the solution. But before we start these statement sums, children, let us revise what we have done yesterday in our video. In my yesterday's video, I have explained you about the properties of addition. We have done the first arithmetic operation on 6 and 7 digit numbers. Yesterday we learned their properties. Four properties we learned. First was if we add 0, answer is the number itself. If we add 1, the answer is the successor of that number. If we change the places of the numbers, do the sum changes? No, the sum doesn't change. Then the last property we did was that if we are adding 2 or more than 2 numbers or 3 or more than 3 numbers, we add them by making them in different groups. Whatever we feel is convenient for making us the group so that we get the answer easily, that we can do in the operation of addition. And this property is called as associative property. After learning these four properties, I have told you people to do exercise 2B, where you were total having 16 blanks. Out of the 16 blanks, 11 to 16 blanks were of word blanks, which I have discussed in that video only. And then you were having 1 to 10 as your number blanks, in which sixth blank was 1676 added up with 300. I am taking 2 or 3 examples from that blanks and you will check out your answers whether you have done it correctly. Here children, these are the two addends we are having. It's 100, that is 300. Only at the hundreds place we are having the digit. So what you are going to do is, you are going to add the 100 digit with the 100 digit in the first addend. Don't make the column and then do it. Since these questions are given in the blank form, so try to do them mentally, children. And how you can do them mentally? You can check out the 100 digit of the second addend and the first addend, add them and get the answer. Since in the next two places you have 0, so no need of adding those two places with the first addend. My answer will be 1976. Only my 100 digit has increased. Rest of the digits are same. You can see, check out, you can see 176 I am having same. Only 6 I have increased with 3, which I am getting as 9. Clear? Then the second part says 811 added up with 9. Now here you can see your first addend is a 3-digit number and the second addend is a 1-digit number. So when we are adding them, you are going to take only the first place value of both the addends. Here the first place is 1's digit is as 1 and here the 1's digit is as 9. So 9 plus 1 is how much? Yes, it is 10. And 10, 1 goes carry to the next neighbor digit, which becomes as 2 and your answer comes as 820. Hope you have all done exercise 2B in your notebook. You can check the solution of that exercise today. From the app, I have uploaded the answer key of the same exercise. Okay? Now let's move ahead. We have now statement sums. Before doing these statement sums, children, do you remember in class 3rd, I have explained to you what is the pattern of solving the statement sums? For solving the statement sums, children, you should know 4 steps. First is to read. You should first read the given statement sum. Okay? Then, after reading the given statement sum, you have to think or understand. Okay? First read question. After understanding the question, decide. What to decide? Decide what should be the operation to be used. Operation means plus, minus, multiplication and division. After deciding, last step is to solve. These are the 4 steps, or you can say the 4 mantras for doing statement sums. Okay, if you are following these 4 steps in solving the statement sums, you will never be wrong. Your statement sums will never be wrong. Okay, what is most important here is every step. You cannot say that only thinking of the question is important or only solving is important. Each step is important, children, in solving the statement sum. Okay. As I have told you that we are going to follow these 4 steps, so let's begin with the question. I have taken 2 questions from exercise 2C. In today's video, we are going to do question number 1 to question number 5. I have taken 2 questions as second and question number 3rd of exercise 2C. Question number 1 you can solve on the basis of question number 2. Then question number 4 and 5 are similarly as question number 3. So let's begin. Let's write. Before writing the answer, let us first, what we will do first? We will first read. So let's read. 50,639 tourists visited Palampur in May. After reading the first statement, you will write the first statement of the answer. When we are doing the statement sums, children, why it is called as statement sums? Because when we are solving these sums, we always write the statements. Now, what are these statements? These statements are the thing what we have understood from the question. These statements are our understanding, and you are not supposed to write these statements with proper grammar. You can write these statements as short or as in long. Whatever is your wish. What you understand is to be drafted in the form of statements. So I understood from the first line is tourist visited in May. In the month of May, how many tourists, who are the tourists, children? Tourists are the people those who are going to visit any places. The way people those who are having the journey. Okay, that is tourist. So tourists visited in May, how many visited? 50,639. So what I have understood in the first line I have written. Okay. Now let's begin with the second one. Second line says 74,230 tourists visited in June and 95,736 in July. And here your line finishes. As the line finishes, there are 2 things told in this question. How many tourists has visited in June and in July. So let's write down. Tourists visited in June. We will first write that 74,230. And then the last line or this last statement says tourists visited in July. How many? 95,736. So I have read till the full stop, and whatever I have understood I have written in the statement. So this is the only way you should follow, children. While reading only, everyone is well versed with English, I think now. Till now, while reaching to class 4th, everyone knows how to read the question and everyone knows how to understand it. You all are very, I hope you all are very good in understanding English, and you will be able to draft the statements out of these lines here. Now what is the last line says? Find. What do you mean by find? Find is to calculate. Find is to know. You have to calculate the total number of tourists that visited Palampur. Now remember the word total number. Okay, total means what? Total means Clear? Now, when we are taking all these things together, what is the operation which is we should follow? We should be following the operation of addition. So, what you do is, you first write all the numbers arranged in column, and you can notice, children, while arranging these numbers in column, I am starting my second number from the ones digit. Same you are going to follow with the third number. After writing all the numbers in column, you can also see, children, that when I am arranging them in column, I am having proper spaces between the digits. Always have space between the digits. Okay? Which operation am I supposed to use here? Addition. Okay? So, here your answer will come. And what is this answer is as? It is a total number. So, write here. Total number of tourists. Okay, and once you will add, I hope everyone is knowing how to add. Let's start adding up. From where should we start? Should I start from this last or should I start from the first? Very good. Yes, we will start from the first one. 9 plus 6 comes as 15. 15, 1 carry goes. 3, 3 is 9. 9 and 1 is 10. Then carry 13, 14, 15, 16, 1, 10, 1, 22. And after doing the calculation, put the commas according to the periods we have learned in the place when joined. You must have noticed, children, here that when I was adding these numbers, I was adding all of them in my mental calculation. I did not use my fingers. I did not use the boxes which is there on my fingers. Try to do the adding up of digits now mentally. It's good enough time to remember these things. You people are now slowly and gradually going to the higher classes now. In the next session, you will be in the last class of the primary section, and I want every one of you to be well versed with these small things. Okay? Now you have understood this and we finished this answer of the question. So what did we do it? We first read, then we thought of the operation, then we have decided what to write in the statement form, and then we did the solution. Okay? Now stepping ahead to the next question, let's read it. Mr. Sharma withdraws. What is the meaning of withdrawing? Withdrawing means to take out. Okay? Now he has taken out. What he has taken out? He has taken 38,000 rupees. Then he took out 30,000 rupees. Then he has taken out 70,275. From where did he took out these money? He has taken out from the bank in 3 successive days. Successive means one after another. Okay? Successive means one after another. Means 3 successive days means today, then tomorrow, and then day after tomorrow. How much? How much means? How much means? How much means? Look into my action. How much means? How much money does he withdraw from the bank? Usne kitna money he has taken out from the bank. Remember the meaning of how much. Remember the meaning of withdrawals, successive. Okay? Now I have read this question and I understood also. I have understood the question meaning in my mind. Now what am I going to do is I will be writing my statements. Clear? How will I write? He has taken out the money. So you can write money withdrawn on first day. How much? 38,800. Then again money withdrawn on second day is rupees 30,275. Similarly, the last statement, because since he has withdrawn the money in 3 days, so we will be writing all the 3 days detail. doesn't write even one statement, marks will be cut. Okay, now what I will be doing is how much money he has withdrawn from these 3 days. In all the 3 days together, what was the money he has taken out, that you have to find. Now, for that, arrange all the numbers in columns first. Now, I am arranging all the numbers in column. After arranging the numbers in column, I have decided that my operation will be of addition. After solving it, you will be getting your answer. I am solving it and my answer comes as this. And what is my answer is? This is the total money withdrawn. Okay? Since children, we have already done these statement sums in class 3rd, and I hope you all are able to do it. Now, the rest of the questions you are going to solve based on your understanding. After watching the videos, you will be able to solve question 1, question 3rd, we have done, question 4th and question 5. All these 3 questions are based on the same pattern. Okay? You will be able to solve it. Solve it in your notebook. Then, the next day, I will be uploading the answer keys of the same. Okay? Take care of yourself. Have a very good day, children. Bye.